Oh, one more step. All right, now we are live. Sorry for our technical difficulties. The internet in my house was going a little bit on the slow side. So we are live here with Pat Palumbo, who is a loan officer with Howard Hanna Mortgage Services. We talked with Pat last week, and it was actually our most popular interview. So we wanted to bring him back on this week to give us an update of everything that's happening in the world of financing and refinancing in Northeast Ohio right now during the pandemic crisis. So good morning, Pat. How are you today?
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody
go ahead.
Hope everybody enjoyed yesterday. I was able to get outside and do some yard work. And across the street, I have a ball field, and the youngsters were taking batting practice. So I heard that sweet ping of a baseball coming over an aluminum bat. So my heart felt good about that.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that in the stadium again. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, miss it.
Okay. Anyway, rates are still good. And what I'm hearing out there is the inability of some of the customers to actually talk to someone about financing. And there's a lot of banks out there, and we're a mortgage company. We act a little bit differently. Okay, we have an office in the Lakewood office. And also, all of our processing is done locally, Mayfield Heights. So as a matter of fact, they're working today. They're working around the clock because we do have deadlines. Did hear last week is that if you're closing and you may need to make an appointment at the bank to get your funds. So just a heads up on that.
You know, it is one of the benefits, I think, of working with Howard Hanna Mortgage is that everything is done not just in state, but a drive's worth away. It's either done in the office where the agent is operating out of. We've always found it incredibly beneficial that when we have a question, we don't have to pick up the phone to talk to you. We actually just get to walk out of our office and go 2 doors down and have a conversation and ask questions. And I think that gets our questions answered rather than hoping that we're going to get in touch with somebody and maybe not getting all of those questions answered. So we're always very appreciative of that, Pat. So thank you so much.
We adhere to the one-stop shopping. So we can help with title. We can help with insurance. You need a home inspection. And of course, the mortgage. So we're here to help out. Now, as far as people ask me too, how do you go about getting pre-approved today? Do you call? I said, my phone number is 216-389-7893. And I'm here in my lovely home office and have papers all over the coffee table here. But I'm ready, and it takes a 5-minute call. Some people have been pre-approved. We get that, okay? But second opinion is something that also is a good idea to get because, again, rates have changed. Maybe you were quoted a higher rate. We can get you a better deal. That's our goal, take care of our customers.
So you'd mentioned rates a couple of times, and I know that from our earlier conversations this week, it's been sort of a crazy week as far as rates go. Tell us about what has happened with rates and the process of locking in rates this week, and tell us where we stand right now as we start a new week.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was last Friday, the Fed influxed a ton of cash into the bond market, and that's where we get our money. So that kind of stabilized the rates from doing the roller coaster ride up and down. And the traders couldn't get an idea of what the cost of money was going to be. Because again, it's an open market, bonds are traded, it's a commodity. So that kind of stabilized the bond market where the traders could go ahead and put together some pool of funds with decent rates. So since they did that, rates have been pretty good. You can get, with decent credit, you're below 4% today. So it's, fantastic still.
Especially since you've been in the business doing mortgages since the rates were at like 32% in the 80s. Or okay, not 32%.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned doing everything over the phone. And I think one of the questions that people have is if you're doing things over the phone, or if you're doing things via Zoom or Skype or FaceTime, how do potential borrowers get the paperwork to you right now?
Okay. Documents needed. Basically, probably everyone nowadays have these on electronic devices. So we need tax returns for the past 2 years, W-2s for the past 2 years, bank statements for the past 2 months, check stubs for 90. Phone interview. Okay, and then we go ahead and run the credit. And then we send you a secure link where you can attach those documents. So really, everything could be done in a matter of a half hour as far as a pre-approval. I know we've had people who are ready to make a bid, and there's no pre-approval. So we get calls on Sunday, Saturday, and we prepare the pre-approval and get it out there. So we turn them around quick. And one thing that I could tell you about Howard Hanna Mortgage Services is that our pull-through rate, which means the amount of loans we take versus the loans that close, is 97%. Take that with the national rate of 70%. Okay, so that's a big fallout right there. So we're on top of our loans from start to finish. You deal with us personally, and we guide the borrower along the way, what to do and what not to do, and that's helpful. And our agents are fantastic about helping us also.
Well, I think you just mentioned something that is really important for borrowers to understand. And you guys don't work banker's hours. You know, as an agent, we've always had borrowers that have chosen to use outside lenders. And so we get to experience the difference in service between a whole spectrum of lenders. I know that whenever we call Howard Hanna Mortgage on a Saturday at 6 p.m., I'm going to get my answer on Saturday. When I call you on a Sunday morning, I'm going to get my answer on a Sunday morning. You know, this isn't a 9 to 5 business from the real estate side. And I have always appreciated that you guys respect that. And you're working 7 days a week, getting us the answers that we need at all times of the day. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons why that pull-through rate, why that success rate is so high, because that's something to be super proud of, that 97%. And I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah, we're very proud of it too.
Yeah, you should be. Well, let's finish up because we've got Aaron Turbot doing an open house in Mayfield Heights in just a few minutes. So let's finish up with people who aren't maybe ready to buy right now. Maybe this current pandemic situation has had them put the brakes on maybe a potential home purchase, or they were just naturally going to be buying later in the year. What is it that group of people can be doing right now to put themselves in the best position possible when they do move forward with a home purchase later this year?
That's a great question, Chris. And what I tell everybody is just you're in the discovery process, okay? You don't know where you want to live. You don't know what type of house you want. You don't know what a payment would be, houses that you're looking at. And this 5-10 minute conversation can give you an idea, okay, of what if you have a budget, a monthly budget, can give you an idea of a price range you should be in. So really, you don't have to worry about, am I financeable? Okay, is my payment going to be something that I'm comfortable with? So it's upfront and prepares yourself. So then you just worry about finding that house. Your employment situation is all verified. We have credit, and then it's just find the house. Don't worry about financing. We'll take care of it from there.
And tell us a little bit about sort of the credit improvement system that you guys have in place to really get people from what is a good rate to a great rate.
Oh, exactly. That's why now, if you're thinking about buying 3 months down the road, we look at the credit, and interest rates are based on the credit score. Credit score dictates the risk involved. So the higher the score, the better rate you're going to get. So if your score can be higher by doing basic steps of managing credit, we have what's called Credit Advisor. This is a program that analyzes your credit report and gives you ideas what to do to increase your score. And things as simple as paying down a credit card by $200 can boost your score 40 to 50 points. And that could be the difference between a 4% and a 3.625% interest rate. And that's what we do to get you prepared to get the best loan out there for you.
Awesome. Well, Frank the pug has decided that it's time for the interview to be over. So thank you,
Yeah, he
Frank.
wants to go. He has an audition coming up for Men in Black 6. So yeah, get him ready. Get him all dressed up.
Well, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us, Pat, this
Well,
morning.
thank you.
We know that you're always there to help, and hopefully you have a great day. And I'm going to go tell the pug that the guy next door is allowed to be in his house.
Okay. All righty. I'll be home if anybody needs anything. All righty.
Absolutely.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.